2 seconds. I didn't check the mic again.
Go here, settings, audio. Check. Yeah.
All right, Shalom. You know, we're gonna get right into it, man. Hopefully it's an edifying lesson. I'm going to go into a little bit about this election because it's tomorrow. And, you know, the actual vote, the vote of men is tomorrow, but actual process could take like, you know, they could announce it at 2 o'clock in the morning, whatever. It is tomorrow, so we're going to go into that a little bit. We're giving all praises to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash, Barak, Yahawah, Barak, Yahawashi, double honors to the apostles, elders, bishops, great no so much salutation to you, brothers, teach the word for the hope, elect, soon to be elect, most high will. Try spirits across the world, turn back to the most high blessing. Keep going down.
No, I'll just do a little bit, make sure it's right in there.
Yeah, so, you know, we've been talking about this subject. You know, we're going to go into some basic scriptures, of course, and, you know, let our people know that, hey, this is the Most High is dealing whatever the matter is. Whatever the outcome is the Most High is dealing. But he is allowing these devils to work on the left-hand side to get close to establishing their New World Order, this is what it's based on. And these are the last minutes of this. You know, these devils ruling pretty much. Last seconds countdown, these devils ruling. So that's what they want to bring about, man. What can we get first? I gotta get this one first. Deuteronomy 17 and 15 is going down.
Yeah.
It's in the tape that we need it.
Yeah, it's just the legs. You kind of get stuck like that sometimes. Should be all right.
Yeah, Deuteronomy 17 and 15, it says, thou shalt in any wise, this is going back to the law. And the law is still in effect. And we do it to the best of our ability. And, you know, so it says, thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom the Lord thy God shall choose. One from among thy brethren shalt thou set king over thee. You know, an Israelite. And you got to be the right Israelite. Because our kings went off too. So, but this is not, they're not even of our nation. You're going to have to push in.
Yeah, I'll get it. Yeah, so I can. Go ahead.
Yeah, so, you know, they're not even of our nation. Even when Obama was in, he wasn't even of our nation. If Kamala Harris get elected president, she's not a part of our nation. You know, the spirit says so. And that's, you know, I say that as a man, but that's what I see.
God.
It says, thou mayest not set a stranger over thee, which is not thy brethren. So Israel will be voting for these people in, and these people are the actual enemy in the whole system, you know. And this is all for an agenda, and everything is orchestrated. There's nothing, you know, surprising, you know, to who they, you know, it's not really a gamble. It's not really who's the best candidates, who they really choose, who they select. You know, this is part of their cabinet, part of their political world. On the left hand side, they got like we said, they got a brotherhood, they got a church, they got an organization, and they got you know, they got their own way of how they want to run the world. They got their judges, you know. They don't call them kings over here, but they got their kings. I mean, they over there in England and all them, they still, which is America's parents basically, they still be called princes and princesses, like Prince Charles and Prince, Princess Diana, which passed away, and who was that? Like one of the latest one, Queen Isabella. I mean, not Queen Isabella, Queen. What was her name? She just passed.
Wasn't Queen Elizabeth? No.
Yeah, I think so. I think it was Elizabeth. Yeah, it was Elizabeth. But, they had the royal carriage and all that. So, they still living according to those means, so to speak, But that's what Israel is going there already. Like, that's basically strike one, whatever strike you want it to be, that you're not supposed to set a king over you that's not your brother. So,
yeah, it was Queen Elizabeth II.
Yeah.
Died at 96.
96?
Yeah. It was said September 8th, 2022.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So it's got to be,
Yeah. Well, so, yeah, 2022.
Yeah. It's talking about it.
Yeah. So, let me see, what did it say after that? Let me give another scripture. I think that was key for me. He shall not multiply horses. All right, so, we already know this is spiritual Egypt, spiritual Sodom and Gomorrah. America is the harlot, rise up on the beast. The nation shall hate the whore. We'll mention some of that. And King's Heart, I'll go ahead and get that one. King's Heart, King James Version. It says Proverbs 21:1. It says the king's heart, which is mine. A lot of Israelites think your heart is something fluffy. They get their feelings into this world and into politics, into how they feel about what they personally have on the table to maybe change the world or have the world change.
Mm-hmm.
And they think it's like this heart fluff, this heart emotional ties and all that. These feelings, the heart is your mind, man. And these people they think with their mind, with these decisions and all that. They ain't, holding their heart talking about, yeah, we gotta care for the people. We gotta, they talking about they want more, jobs and better this and that. The king's heart, the king's mind is in the hand of the Lord, man. So he put these instructions in their head to do what they're doing because they have to play the lot of the wicked. They got to play a lot of this last standing of their empire, which goes back to the Roman Empire. We'll get that. We talked about it. Patricians and plebeian, patrician, two horns, spoke as a lamb. But it says, as the rivers of water, he turneth it with whithersoever he will. So nobody knows the course of the water. It could be a wind that changed the tides of the water or whatever. That's the Most High. He could change a man's heart in an instant. And you feel like you can do something, and you'll do the very opposite. And these people are just people, man. I mean, Trump and Kamala Harris and all them, they grew up like anybody else, went to school and shit. Nobody's special. Nobody's special. Even though they went to a lot of these prestige colleges, Cambridge, Yale, you know what I'm saying? What's the other one? Harvard. Princeton, yeah. Still they like any other. Remember they showed a documentary of Obama's college days and shit, smoking weed. Little teenager hanging out and shit.
Ivy League schools.
Yeah.
And that's what they about, partying.
Yeah, but they groom these people they groom them when they kind of young, and then they kind of send them out there like Trump was an intern, I think. He come from a wealthy family, and pretty much tied into the at least some kind of way.
Like you showed me on Will Smith, that show, Fresh Prince
Yeah,
of Bel
he was
Air.
on Fresh.
He came in, he made a little appearance and stuff. So
Yeah.
they're tied in with the whole system of Hollywood, and they know the ropes of how their royalty system goes.
Yeah. And then that's how they kind of introduce the world in a subliminal way. See how the world accepts them, or just have them incorporated in the public eye, media, some kind of way, and in a powerful way. Because even when he appeared on the Fresh Prince, he was rich, and they were still treating him like sort of like a president, even before he became a president. So those dynamics are there, man, and hey man, it's a lot, like I said, even with Obama, he came out of nowhere, and Jake just on him now. Like, damn, man, yeah, they don't even know this dude. They don't even know Kamala Harris and shit, and they talking about voting her in just because she got melanated skin.
That doesn't even make you an Israelite. It's
Yeah,
through that
exactly.
seed. It's through the seed line. It's through lineage.
Yeah.
All the nations were dark skinned at the beginning, were melanated.
Yeah. I mean, even with the Nelson Mandela thing, he's a Hamite. If they got somebody in there looking like a Elamite, a dark-skinned Elamite, they be like, "Who the hell is this dude?" Whatever. Laid back perm. They be like, "Shit, we don't know about that." Boy. Verse 2, it says, "Every way of a man is right in his own eyes, man. Yeah, but the Lord pounded the hearts, man. Yeah, to do justice and judgment is okay. Yeah, that was the point, though. Yeah, because they, even, they try to, they go like Esau try to do right. I have some kind of, so-called Christian background, but Most High, he'll go left because he's made to be crooked. He's made to be wicked.
So abomination.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. You got it in scripture?
I just had that one going into that, but going into the
we'll get that a little
nutritions.
Yeah,
but
we'll lead into that. Never trust thine enemy. Let me get that one while you.
Okay.
Never trust thine enemy. King James version says Sirach 12:10. That's in the Apocrypha, which means hidden book, and it's a part of the Bible. You can find it in 16:11. So it says, never trust thine enemy. Who is the enemy? Them. They were sent against us. And Most High said that would happen if we disobeyed his laws in Deuteronomy, which is part of the 5-book law, as well as, all through the book. Yahawashi came in the volume of the book. So, this is like a father telling your kid, never trust thine enemy. Those kind of simple things that are important in life. Look both ways before you cross the street. Never talk to strangers. Those are, but the laws, are more profound and more serious even during the time of Moses. Those are the basic fundamentals that you would teach your children what's in the law. Same thing. So never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness, man. So, your children still have to abide by it. Don't talk to that man in the white van, what I'm saying? No matter how old they get, and they're gonna teach their children. Because it's that man in the white van is still that same person and shit. He's still that one that's creeping around trying to pick up little children and all that, what have you. And that's what they are. They're the same people that were hanging us, raping us, robbing us, you know what I'm saying? Perpetual hatred against us, but now they take it in the form of politics, because they playing the game. They know what the game is,
Yeah, and they try to make it seem like now, since they all the Bible Belt and they got the Jesus pieces on and all that, it wipes away the whole history of them being devils. and it don't.
Yeah. And as you see with these politics, their high ups, they try to appease everybody.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they meet with Iranian president. You know, they meet with Chinese president. You know, try to get everybody on their side and dance with them a little bit, but they want to be the head. They want to be the people that these nations go to. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 11, though he humble himself, how does he humble himself, man? Offering gifts, speaking, speaking good words, so to speak.
Mm-hmm. Are they little donation centers?
Yeah.
To donate to the homeless and whatnot, but somehow it's still the homeless, just they're still homeless. Yeah. He donated $100 million to homeless, but he's still in a tent outside.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you shouldn't have no homeless people in America. You shouldn't even have a homeless center, shelter, whatever, because there shouldn't be no homeless people. Mm-hmm. And it says, and go crouching. Yeah, he go crouching like he's a good guy. Yet take good heed and beware of him, man. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass. Mm-hmm. Thou shalt know that his rust had not been altogether wiped away. You know, set him not by thee, and that's what they do. Our people rub shoulders with him, even, and you know they got a black caucus with this in the political field. You know, in the political world, you got black congressmen, black cabinet, seated men, and well, guess what they doing? They're being, so to speak, shepherds to our people. Mm-hmm. You know,
some of them is probably Edomites.
Yeah,
that's why they with that shit.
You know, and we talked about it, that the celebrities they're using to help them promote, you know, these political views. You know what I'm saying? And advertise their agenda. You know, so they're gonna, vote or die. You know. And then, these celebrities got endorsements with these people, man. It says, lest when he had overthrown thee, see, he stand up in that place. And that's just what happened with our people. Who's in our place? Esau, because he's over there in Jerusalem, Israel, pretending to be us. Mm-hmm. It's like, what I'm saying, like I once said, it's like that Eddie Murphy movie, Coming to America, when they stole Eddie Murphy's gold and all that, and then they try to sell it to him, and he's like thief, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's like they trying to appease us with this, with what belongs to us.
Yeah, So even if they do give us reparations, that's our shit. Yeah. Anyways, how you gonna give us back our shit and then say sorry after thousands of years? Like, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah. And if that's the case, how you gonna give somebody reparations? You got to give them the whole land back. You got to give them, the Native Americans, this whole America back. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Where they was at.
Yeah.
You gonna do that?
You didn't take it fairly, man. You didn't get it fairly. They didn't give it to you. They didn't negotiate, talking about, yeah, you can have all America. No.
And now it's like that now. Some of these Edomites who seeing this, they be saying, well, that's not fair. Well, okay.
Yeah.
Life ain't fair, so well, we didn't get it fair either.
They believe in I two for two. So he that lead in captivity shall go into captivity. Says he had overthrown thee, he stand in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. So look, they in the judge's seat, they in the president's seat, they in the king's seat. When that used to be us. Mm-hmm. We used to be the kings and priests. We used to have everything. We used to have a treasury department. We used to have things together. The
Commonwealth of Israel.
Yeah, order. You know what I'm saying? Our people don't have order no more. That's why they depend on the government, because they don't have no government.
One thing Jake know how to do now is order a damn pizza.
Yep. With extra pepperoni and shit.
Well, what we was talking about earlier,
Shakaroni.
Shakaroni. Well, look, that's the last person you want to be known as for the Chariots Cup. You on all of the pizza boxes.
I know
next
people
to
just like it. Just when
damn
you thought it was
squad,
over, you thought you wouldn't see Shaq no more. He was on a damn box,
pizza box. Come on, man. Yeah.
Cereal box and everything else.
Get out of here.
It says, and thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith. See, and they're gonna remember the prophet's words. They're gonna know that a prophet been among them. Like they was telling us this, man. Yeah. You know, because Jacob tried to be like, oh shit, man. You know, realize they exposing stuff. Stuff's getting exposed, and then Esau come with this, and then he's back on that train again. Yeah. He's back believing the system, believing, you know, voting and all that. Yeah. So Jacob's kind of like, he always got an open ear for the wicked, open ear for other stuff that shouldn't be. You know, just in case. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Oh man, y'all talk about the world in it, but we just got what's the name in office? Well, they talking about doing, you know, that I just got a stimulus check. You know what I'm saying? They talking about they're gonna give 6 stimulus checks every around year, every month. You know, but then, you know, that ain't nothing, man. That ain't nothing, man. That money ain't nothing. You know,
yeah, I got a Jeremiah chapter 10 verse 2 because you know I wanted to go into the etymology word for vote. Yeah. And that's kind of going with that. So, you know, because I was listening to Elliot Wamba earlier, he went into that. And it was kind of just definitely on point. Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 2, thus saith the Lord, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, learn not the way of the heathen.
Yeah, who's the heathen? Everybody but Israel. We became like a heathen because we followed the heathen. Started doing with it, because it says, when it says don't do as the heathen, they cut a tree out of the forest and deck it with silver and gold and make it stand up right as a palm tree. It has no breath of life in it. So, you know, but it's talking about them, man.
Yep, the precious Christmas coming up.
And the main thing is, the main heathen is Esau. And if you look up heathen, I think it's, they say it's, you know, anybody that's non-Jew, you know, and anybody else, I forget the other thing they say. But yeah, go ahead.
And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven.
Yeah, you know, like, you know, example of a blood moon or something, or you know, they call it comets, and it might be something similar to that. You don't always have to be a chariot, but there are chariots, you know, and we're not dismayed at them. But you know, when they look up in the, you know, even our own people unlearned, they look at them chariots like they're the enemy, like it's an alien.
They look at it like terrified.
Yeah.
And, you know, that stuff is to come get us out of here. And I feel like the biggest thing they just made at is the prophets. Yeah. That's the main thing that they just made at seeing Jake stand up on his feet.
Because those are signs of heaven too. Yeah. Because that's a representation of heaven. You know, people be like, act like heaven is just so separate from the earth. No, Most High said, like it is in heaven, it should be done on earth.
Done on earth. So he set up, you know, prophets to come.
Definition.
Go ahead. You want me to look it up on the blue letter too?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
I'll say this right quick. What it says.
Yeah, we can just do that.
This may cause someone to feel consternation or distress, horrified. You use that word. Appalled, shaken up, do the shake, the Harlem shake,
discomfort,
surprise, frightened. He's like that. It was a throwing off balance. Look at that. Yeah, and his gripe. He was like, no, they're not the aliens. You know, we need to be fighting them. You know, when he was looking in the sky, because he knew it wasn't no U.S. aircrafts. So, and a lot of people, you know, depend on the government. They depend on what it says in the scriptures. They depend on the military of this place, the aircrafts, and you know what I'm saying,
same
flying banners of you know courage of this so-called courage of this place.
Yeah, the same people who put them into bondage. Like, why are you trusting them? Like they never been here for us.
Yeah, and you know, one of the main strategies of America and we're gonna read that scripture, is a war, right? And they got weapons, right? And they got military might. You think Kamala Harris is gonna be like the one that's leading the mighty men into war and shit? A woman, and
No.
you know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
No way.
She's the one that's telling them to push the button for pocket nuke against Iran. Or
yeah,
something.
like where the troops is going. She ain't never been to war, man.
She ain't gonna do that.
She ain't fit for that.
Nah. There's somebody controlling these people, her and Trump and all that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
For the heathen are dismayed at them.
So the heathen are dismayed at them. We're not supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even if the what they call it, you know, when you know, different things that might happen in the sky, and the sky turning, you know, orange or something, or you know what I'm saying, like stuff like that, man. You know, signs of heaven, things that got to do with prophecy. You know what I'm saying? Like those missiles gonna be guided by angels, man. They're gonna go into the firmament is coming back down, go up and come back down onto this place.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that there's no iron dome that they could use to they could, you know, have them missiles deflect.
Because the Iron Dome is like if somebody's shooting on one side, they can stop those missiles. But if you got another nation shooting on the other side, they can't stop those.
Mm-hmm.
They can only stop one side at a time. They can't stop all the missiles coming at once.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as advanced as they say it is.
Right.
You know.
And you know, just like the apostle talked about, they got to worry about civil war.
Mm-hmm.
You know, anarchy. What is it called? A rebellion. You know, I forget another word for it. Go ahead.
Sedition.
Yeah, sedition.
But you know, I wanted to look up that word vote.
Uprising, uproars, and all that. Go ahead.
But this word vote, in the etymology, you know, it means one's wish or choice with regard to a proposal candidate. It says from the Latin, votum, a vow.
A vow.
Yup.
Hey, so you know, they vowing. Your vow is supposed, like they say, your word is your bond.
Mm-hmm.
So that vow is a bond. So you're bonded with the system by your votes. So you think Most High is gonna? He said partake of none of her sins.
Yep. So you vote and you partake in part of this place. That's why we're not doing that. Yep. And it gets deeper than that. It says wish. And then it says,
they wish they wish America get better by these votes.
Mm-hmm.
They wish that, you know, Kamala Harris be president. Kamala Harris be president. They wish Trump be president. Whoever. They wishing a lot of shit.
Mm-hmm. This next one is
what is that song called? One song called? It's an old song though. It's called I Wish Upon a Star.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Wishing well.
Yeah.
All that. They throw the coins in the wishing well. Yeah. You know, all that stuff.
It's a lot of witchcraft behind it.
Yeah. All that stuff is heathenistic.
Yeah.
You know, and then it says promise to a God.
Let's see.
It's what you're doing. You're promising in the shadow of Egypt when you're voting. You're believing in this system. Mm-hmm. You know, solemn pledge, dedication.
Solemn pledge.
You know, so
just like that's how I hate. I mean, I got mentioned again back then when they was in school. They made you say the Pledge of Allegiance. It was making you worship the devil in their mother. Pledge. I vow. I dedicate my time, my energy. You know, these people put all their energy. That's why they be standing there protesting, standing outside with their flag, their banner. They make signs and shit. Talking about we're about to move into a better. We're about to go into a better society and all that. Just all kind of stuff.
Because they God is they belly, you know, and like, you know, just it shows, like, it's evident that, you know, you got like people that are like say they're atheists, but they using the same dollar that's saying God we trust on them to buy their shit. So that's you still, when you voting, you vowing to their gods. Even though you atheist, right? Like you don't believe in God. Well, this dollar that they in God we trust on it. And you still spend it. So obviously something was set up, by the Most High. He set up both ordinances for you to see that this ain't nothing. Like this is not a choice. It's already been decided.
Yeah, this is crazy because we saw that sign out there in front of that people's door, and in a yard it says Kamala Harris, and it says my vote, my body. And as soon as when they think about Kamala Harris, they think about anything that got associated with women. Like she's gonna, you know what I'm saying? Provide more care for women. She's gonna protect the body of women and let women, my vote, my choice, my body, my rights. She's gonna clean up the domestic. What she didn't say none of that shit she was gonna do. I mean, she didn't say she was gonna do all that shit for women and shit.
Yep.
She said tax the rich and big businesses.
Yep.
And said something else.
Said something else, and then said, "Little John hit it."
Yeah.
That was it.
She might hint a little something. One thing about women, baby. Y'all think she gonna go all out?
Yeah, like for y'all, she ain't
women and shit.
She ain't running shit. She just like the Edomites. I got some on that too. Yeah. You got some going into the okay. It's Ecclesiastes. That's a good one. Ecclesiasticus, the book of Barak, chapter 10, verse 2, and it reads, "As the judge of the people is himself."
Yeah, as the judge of the people is himself. Like, how your the voting of you toward your president, your judges is how the people are. You know what I'm saying? So that you know what it said they cover the faces of judges thereof. They said Job 9:24. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked, cover the face of judges thereof. They're not supposed to be judges because they have a different mind than we do.
Destruction and misery.
Yeah, and they have a different mind than what a judge should really be. They don't judge right.
Yep.
It says, and our people be like, you can't judge. You can judge. It said judge upright. They let Esau judge their asses every day and shit.
Yep.
Like, yeah, put them in jail. That's judgment. You judging the person. You face a 12-man jury with a judge. You judging the person. The person take you to jail. So they cool with the laws. The females will call the law on that man every day. Yeah, he hit me. Take him to jail. Well, so these are your judges. Like the Most High always say, Israel, behold, these are your gods. These are your judges. These are your kings. And you're gonna find out they're not the kings and judges you thought they were. Go ahead.
So are his officers.
So are his officers. So his officers gonna fall in line. What do you do?
Yep.
And y'all be thinking that y'all got a problem with the police. Well, the police takes you to jail. It's the judge that's really, ones that's gonna either sentence you or not. They ain't the policeman. They're just a force, that's set up there to get you in order.
To carry out the law.
Yeah, but who carries out the judgment is the judge himself. So, they got a political, they got a military force, and then they got elite men making this overall decisions about what the military does.
Yeah, I know Kamala Harris. She ain't talking about shit.
Yeah,
they're not gonna let her run shit. So,
exactly. She's just a fish in the pond.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And what manner of man?
What manner the man?
The ruler of the city is.
Yeah. What kind? That's why like if you have a bad shepherd, the men are gonna be just like him.
Yeah.
And that's supposed to be like way with the family. There's supposed to be a family structured ruling. Family's supposed to rule.
Family oriented. Yeah.
Just like your father, like son. All your sons. If you got you have a man that's upright and well mannered and you know and austere and take care. His sons are supposed to be just like him. You know, and that follows along with politicians. But guess what? Most High is breaking all that shit up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He's breaking that shit up because Hitler was supposed to be a part of the plan too. You know, I don't know the real authentic story about that, but you know, he probably rebelled, got out of line, and took him out.
Yeah,
because he found out he knew the real Jews were black. He was like, "What are we doing, man? Let's just take this shit over." You know what I'm saying? And get everybody in line with you know all that Aryan brotherhood shit.
yeah.
And white only shit, whatever, blind hair, blue eyes, you know, all that shit he was teaching. And the hell with this religious stuff.
Yeah, and they knew they didn't want to do that because they knew that they came together, you know, to make sure Israel will be in no more remembrance, and that will put Israel in remembrance. Putting us all back in the same spot and putting us all where we can do our own shit, we would have been found out. So they had to bring confusion, Babylon. They had to put everybody in the mixing pot. They had to put everybody together, you know, and come up with this bullshit religion to keep the elect sleep because they know once the elect wakes up, it's over. They know what the scriptures say, you know. So it said, such are all they that dwell therein.
Yeah.
You know.
All they dwell.
It's
I think that's why Kamala Harris don't have a man, or they don't publicize him. I don't know, but because he can't be black. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's the Edomite. I seen.
That's a Edom.
Yeah, she got it. She would have Edomite.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, they keep him under wraps because you know it's not the same power couple structure as was posed with Obama and Michelle.
Mm-hmm.
So they got to put her out there by herself so it could be more of a black cultural influence and shit. You know what I'm saying? Which black culture never came from politics and influence of politics. These people that vote and shit, these people that strive for a better world on a personal level and shit. They don't care about nobody else. A hunger on the other side of the world and shit.
Yeah.
They don't care about bums and shit. They care about their status of their jobs, and their own personal shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that's how you know this shit is based on greed and self-worship, lovers than themselves and shit, like the scriptures say.
That's why the suicide rate is high up here. Divorce rate is high.
Mm-hmm.
You know, depression rate is high.
Yep.
That's why it's like that over here.
Yep. You got something else?
I got Proverbs 29:2.
Yep. Coming good, yeah.
You know, we just doing, you know, the basics.
Yeah.
Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority.
Yep. We're not in authority. The righteous not in authority. So when it is like that, go ahead.
The people rejoice.
The people are not rejoicing because the righteous is not in authority. You know what I'm saying? It is continual sorrow, is depression, high suicide, jobs being lost.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the domestic abuse, heavy, high divorce rates. You know, nobody could hardly pay rent.
Mm-hmm. Cancer.
You know?
Cancer rate,
diseases.
Them trusting in the juice box, taking the juice box, seeing their family die around them and shit, for trusting the system. You know, then a whole tornado come wipe out their whole damn living room, water flying in their living room, and now they just gotta get that shit together. Nobody coming to help.
High rates of death concerning not only suicide but the car wrecks because of alcohol consumption, because of depression. You know,
that's why people be drinking so damn much.
Yep. And the pill popping stuff.
That's a heavy one.
Molly, some of the other drugs.
The opioid epidemic was a plague. That was one of the plagues that came on this place. Because I remember one year they was going in deep about that. A lot of people was getting put in death. A lot of doctors was getting put in prison too. For being them forgers of lies and positions of no value like they are. You know?
Yeah. And those are the same drugs. It's just they they put it in different form and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the same. PCP is the same thing as speed and all that. They just alternated a little bit.
Yep.
Health tranquilizing and all that. They put that in the medicine and all that. Mm-hmm. So they got everybody pumped up on fixed on drugs.
That Babylon
fixed on income, fixed on themselves and shit. It's a fixed. Go ahead.
But when the wicked bears rule,
when the wicked, who are the wicked? Well, so-called white man. It's it's wicked found among our people. We know that. But we talking about the wicked, the ones that made to be the wicked,
mm-hmm.
ones that are ruling everything. See, when you rule the world and you have the power to help to do it, and you have military might, like we always say, and you have all these power structures to this whole empire, you're responsible for a lot of shit and responsible for the lives of people. You know what I'm saying? Because what you put into law and what it affect people's lives.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, hey, now that they're doing the wicked, what is happening on earth? Murder, rape, robbery, lies, and all that. People jacking, hacking, smacking, and macking and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Zombies out there.
Yeah, Jake out here banging, talking about what's crack-a-lacking. Yeah. Everything is just
banging, slinging.
Yeah, everything is just going off in this
jangling. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot going on, man. And then, but they make you believe that they're doing something about it. Like they have drug war.
Yeah.
And Trump talking about closing borders and all that,
mm-hmm.
and reconstructing America and all that. And they get you with them promises. What it says, smoother than butter.
Mm-hmm. You want to go there?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it just said the people mourn after that.
People mourn.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll go to
and the people are mourning. That goes along with being in this bitter place. We just saw that story about a Jewite woman that cut up her mother in 600 pieces with a chainsaw.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? And burned her and intended to burn the body up. Over a declined credit card, debit card, or whatever.
Try to put barbecue. You said she put a seasoning on it or something?
Yeah,
to make
to cover up the smell. Because she said she intended to burn it, but she's like, her daughter wouldn't do it because she wanted her daughter to do it, I think. And her daughter's accessory to that
mm-hmm.
crime. But so she put seasoning on it to cover up the smell. You can't cover up death.
Come on, man. What the hell is wrong with these wicked ass Israelites, man? You really put some barbecue seasoning? That's what I'm saying.
Cut her own mother up with a chainsaw. So yeah.
She might not even be one of us. She might be doing that shit.
Know,
that's some shit, man.
But Jake on the level, man.
That's the
Jake is wicked. It says wicked. I found one of my people, man.
That's them Am and Edomites, man.
We were doing that shit too back then. We was cutting people up and shit like that.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? We was doing some diabolical shit, man.
And today probably that way too.
Yeah.
You still got Jake doing that shit, that wicked ass shit, man. They learned that shit from,
Exactly.
all these damn wicked ass movies and all these drugs
and that MK Ultra shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's real.
Fucking Jake up, It's got where Jake is just going all the way up.
Shalom to brothers on the comic board. Bahasham, Qadash, Atham. Everybody's tuning in. Yeah.
This is Psalm chapter 55, verse 21. It reads, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
Yeah, man. And that's how you know it's our people. It's the Most High like that. Who uses words like that? Smoother than butter, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, You know that's a black man talking, man.
Yeah, you know that's a
Smoother than
J.
butter.
You know that's a Judite man saying that, man.
That's poetic and lyrical.
Come
at the same
on,
time.
man.
Go ahead.
But war was in his heart.
Talking about the so-called white man, war was in his mind. You know, to think, like hey,
They plotting.
yeah, they plotting.
Like he said, they crouch.
Yeah, just like the treaty with the Native Americans. He said this. He said, yeah, we could do this and get part land here. We could reconstruct. We could build. We could work together. We could, and we could have a more vast land. We could have a bigger, we could have gold, more gold, and then like, that sounds pretty good. And then next thing you know, he murdered him, smallpox, put him out in the cold. All this. Same thing with the Negroes, which consists of 12 tribes of Israel, like all of us family. But Most High said, what did he say? He put one nation against the other. So it's a wicked nation against a righteous nation. That's why we telling our people to get right, because they've been bamboozled, and they not only that, they've been tricked to believe that, hey, this is all right. This is, it's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with just going around and waving your gun because you feel pain and shit. So yeah, this land of freedom shit. It opened doors to spirits, man. That freedom and liberty thing, shit.
You just think you could just do whatever you want. We know that's definitely not the case, especially for Jake.
Alex the Crowley, do as thou wilt. That's dark, man. Go ahead.
They say do as thou wilt as long as you don't get caught. His words were salted in oil.
His words were softer than oil, man. Softer than oil, man. How you feel oil is soft? Accountability spirit, shalom. Brother.
Shalom. So yet were they drawn swords.
Yeah, yet were they drawn swords, man. And that's what they do with these other nations. They be crouching and say, hey, man, we with y'all, man, share a glass of champagne and shit. Yeah. It was a good meeting today. We got things done. We're going to return back and see what, and then next thing you know, it's shit. They bombing motherfuckers. Putting sanctions on people, terrorists.
Somehow a hurricane just come over there and tear up the whole damn land right after they leave. Just mysteriously happen. Like, oh.
And then they'll say, we're going to help you put this stuff together. And they the ones that did it.
Yeah, we're going to send the military over there. We're going to sanction, block all this stuff off so we can do the cleanup. They're going to take all the resources.
That earthquake that happened in Japan, they blamed it on them. Japan blamed America like they using their HARP system.
Yeah, the other nations ain't taking this shit no more, man.
I'm gonna get that scripture, man was made to be upright.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll get the brother scripture that he posted in a minute. Man was made to be upright, King James. Who is that first man? Who is that main man talking about? An Israelite man. Because we supposed to be the representation of the righteous to all nations. That's why they're going to follow our way, which is the Most High's way, Shai's way, when we get into the kingdom. It ain't going to be they equal to us, and they going to be kings too, man.
None of that.
They're gonna have to follow what we say.
They ain't gonna even know what an equal sign is anymore. They're not gonna know what that is.
Just like the brother in Hawaii posted up that woman's dream she had of the kingdom. Everything was beautiful, and that we all Israelites were ruling. It says Ecclesiastes 7:29, lo, this only have I found, that God had made man upright, but they have sought out many inventions, man. Many inventions. Like, remember back then the Gatling gun? They did that for war, strategy of war, to take over so they'll know they'll win. It's like there's no fair fight with that. It's like arrows versus bullets, multiple round of bullets. Who gonna win? That's just factual. you know, you weaken somebody by tearing them down and you know, wearing them down, lying to them, you know, weakening them by drugs, needles. You know what I'm saying? And then they're gonna, you know, you're gonna end up being looking like the champion for a long time until somebody take your ass down, man. You know, I mean, who knows about the politics behind these sports and shit like that? I can't really watch football no more. I can't watch basketball no more because I know there's some fucking politics behind that shit.
Yeah, it's all rigged, you know, especially we got to do that one day, Lord willing, going to that thing about Michael Jordan. Like they got 666 all over his shit. Yeah. It's all over his whole career.
And who followed in his footsteps? Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant. Same numbers. Everything.
Same number.
And they both was in Space Jam.
Yep. And LeBron's.
Yep.
He was in the new Space Jam.
Yep. And he got the number 6 on.
Yep.
And Jordan got the 23. Yep. You know, 2 times 3, 6.
And why didn't we'll get back, but Jordan, how many championships did he win?
He had 6 championships. He was 6'6".
He could have won 7 championships. They probably just said, we'll stop right here. You know what I'm saying?
Like 6'6", 6 championships.
Yeah.
And what else was it? I think it was 6 rings. He had 6 rings.
Yeah.
That's 666, man. You know, in the same way with Tom Brady. All his shit is 6s too. His whole career.
So it lets you know when, you know, once you find out the roots of things, you lose interest.
Wisdom increases sorrow.
Exactly.
You just want to drink and be like, Lord, get us out of here.
Yeah, man. You see how deep the rabbit hole is. You like, man, fuck this. Let me get out of the matrix.
Fuck all this shit.
You know, I don't want to be, who is that? Was it? Yeah, I don't want to be Alice following the white rabbit.
Yeah, all we want to do is talk about Yahawashi at this point. Like, what else you want to talk about? All the rest of this shit is a play. Yeah. It's a scam. The jig is up, Jay.
Yep. KingJamesVersion.net. I want to look up another scripture regarding inventions.
I got
and
tell me when you're ready.
And see, the Most High did all that. Like the angels were right there when they had the you know, when they was competitive with the space program and all that. You know, and you know, sending stuff out of space and all that. The angels were watching them and shit, man. Like and make sure they ain't gonna do too much, you know. That's why the Most High said that they would not complete their enterprise. He disappointed their enterprise. They can only do so much, man.
And they gotta do it. You know, they gotta fulfill their measure of wickedness. Okay, before they get cut off. So
yeah,
you know, and we're seeing them doing it. You know, you never know that woman who did that to her mom. She could have had the MOTB already. They just testing it and clicked the button. She wouldn't did that shit, and then she just sitting in the pit and they turned it off. She don't even remember what she did. Who knows? Who really knows what happened? Well, all we know is, you know,
that's what butterfly effect was.
Yep, wickedness is afoot, man. Wickedness is deeper than what people think it is.
Psalms 106:29. Thus they provoked him to anger with their inventions, and the plague break it upon them. You know. It says Psalms 106:39. Thus were they defiled with their own works and went a whoring with their own inventions. Now Israel did that too, you know. But we're coming back into our righteousness. That's why it's all about the elect, because you know our people are still doing certain shit like that. You know, we got this Israelite scientists that work with these devils. Israelite, you know, engineers and philosophers that work with these devils. That's why you got them schools out there, them what they call them, HBC school, them black colleges and all that.
The black bootleg?
The all black colleges.
Okay.
Call them HB something.
Oh, okay.
like that Bill Cosby shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they like everybody gotta go to college and shit. Let me see. I'm pulling up. See. HBCU.
Yeah.
Black colleges and universities. Historically, black colleges and universities.
Yeah, it's just like y'all still
Howard University, North Carolina Central University, Delaware, Morgan. Spelman. I think that's the one that Bill Cosby.
I put it up there too. You know what it's talking about.
Yeah. So there's like I said, there's a black organization or black organizations that co-link with HBCU.
You saw running all that
shit. And they kind of like understudies of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's how Esau kind of navigate with the black communities through these, just like Al Sharpton and my brothers, like Jesse Jack, they all came from these prestige black colleges and shit. Just like that what is that Spike Lee shit slipping my mind.
There's something that he made.
Yeah, the movie.
He did all the Universal. What it called? All the.
Man, I can't believe I'm forgetting that shit. Man.
Yeah, he made what was this shit?
Do the Right Thing was one of them.
Yeah, but he did also. Spike Lee did all the what you call it? He did all the Marvel shit, didn't he?
Nah.
Spike Lee didn't do all the Marvel shit.
Nah.
Who did all that? Can't remember who it was. I thought they were talking about.
No, I'm talking about the one that made these black movies. Like he did Malcolm X.
Okay.
But Do the Right Thing and the other one, it was a lot of Greek and fraternities. Yeah, school days. Yeah, that was the one. School day. They showed you the black colleges and the fraternities, sororities, the Greek shit. The deltas, the alphas, the Q dogs, and all them. So they always and he did a lot for them Jewish people. It's one he did for them, and that was Malcolm X. That was a big movie, and they put Jake back in their spirit. You know what I'm saying? To follow that. So why do you think these so-called Jews, these Jewish small hats, why do you think they allow movies like that?
He did that movie, The Five Bloods.
Yeah.
The one, he did that one.
Yeah.
It's a lot of so-called black, men movies. A lot of them got Denzel in it. Yeah, there was Malcolm X, 1992.
Yeah.
That was when I was born.
Yeah. Denzel worked with him a lot. The four little girls about that bombing.
Okay.
Kings of Comedy. So, they put these out to influence Jake to, like Bill Cosby show. That was a popular show, and everybody wanted to go to college because especially the pretty women that was in there.
Yeah.
And they saw how the colleges work and the dorms and all that, and they was like, man, I want to go to college. And that was another trap. That was another portal to to having our people trapped in that way of life, that lifestyle. So, and that's what these politics do. The same thing. I'm pretty sure Kamala Harris, she probably went to a school in India or something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She probably didn't even go to school in America.
Probably at some point had a little dot on her head and everything.
Yeah,
really, they get that from us.
Yeah.
Died them.
Yeah.
They really get that from us. That's our stuff. Yeah. But not them chivajadas. They can have them.
Yeah.
You can have them dreads.
Let me say, what school did Kamala Harris attend? One in Oklahoma. from California. Who knows if that's true? She getting a law career in office. What are you talking about her?
I remember somebody was showing like she went to some schools in India.
Howard University. She graduated from Howard University. That's another one of those colleges.
Yeah, that's how you get to the presidency. Yeah. You got to go through them Ivy League schools. You got to go through the top of the top, or you not, you know.
What Trump? I said, what college did Trump go to? Fordham University. He was a nerd. No. Bachelor of Science in Economics. Look at that. He transferred to Wharton School of University. You're a nobody, Trump. But Yale University is another one of those prestige colleges. Yale University.
Oh man. Crack me
up. Yale University definition. Yale University is a private Ivy League. See, it's private
Ivy League
research university in New Haven, Connecticut, United States. And all I think even Bush and Baby Bush, I think they came through Yale University.
That's what Skull and Bones come out of.
Yeah, Skull and Bones. You know,
it came out of those Ivy League schools.
Well, I'll pull it up right quick. Yeah. Skull and Bones definition. A representation of us. Skull and Bones organization.
Yeah, fraternity. Yeah.
Skull and Bones, also known as the Order 322 or the Brotherhood of Death. Is an undergraduate senior secret student society. You talking about we conspiracy theorists? It's saying it right here.
So telling you in Wikipedia like this what they did.
Yale University of New Haven, Connecticut, the oldest senior class society at University. Skull and Bones has become a cultural institution known for its powerful alumni and conspiracy theories.
Yeah, and that's where you get all your fraternities, and that's how you know when it said in Proverbs chapter 11 verse 1, the false balance is an abomination to the Lord. He set up a wicked brotherhood and a righteous brotherhood. Exactly. They literally match each other.
They got all their signs and symbols and shit on their side,
and our signs is blood moons and disasters and Lord coming destroying stuff and prophets.
Well, I'm saying even just how we dap each other up, you know. Like we ain't got no secret thing society going on. We just our culture and shit. Just, hey bro, what's up? But they get that from us basically.
Yeah, we got the secrets of the scriptures though.
Yeah,
exactly. That's where our secrets are at.
Yeah, exactly.
But we know,
because Most High said, "He that do the word is saying my brother, sister, and mother." So that's a brotherhood within the elect circle, not everybody. And everybody is not these Edomites, these average Edomites, they can't get in the elite brotherhood. They gotta go through a pyramidal type of classism to get to that. But so that's how it is with the elect and the 230.
And they always be hiding their secrets. They still be hiding their secrets to this day. But you seen we got this truth. We're telling everybody ass. Jay, you better get your ass ready.
Yeah.
We was out here looking for the elect,
Let me see. Sure. What presidents came through Skull and Bones? George Bush. Yeah. One U.S. president who was a member of Skull and Bones, a secret society at Yale University. We didn't write this shit. Walter Camp, William Buckley, Stephen Schwarzman.
Yeah.
Yale graduates who were members, that go Baby Bush, George H. Bush, and George W. Bush, as well as David. And let's see, what presidents graduated from Yale University?
A whole bunch of them.
Yeah.
William Howard Taft.
Yep.
That's General Ford.
That's the General Ford Company. That's where the cars.
Bill Clinton.
Bill Clinton. George Bush. But these colleges are all connected, so they're all the same thing. It's just some are more advanced than others, I would say. But we'll get back to the scriptures. But this, and look, the William Howard Taft, the first one listed, He graduated from Yale in 1878. So this shit been going on a long ass time, man. Anyway, getting back to what's a good scripture to let me see. Secret Counsel of the Wicked.
Yeah, I got that. You got that one. I got this one after this.
Secret Counsel of the Wicked, King James Version. So there is a secret society. It tells you that it tells you itself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
And that's who you making a vow to. That's who you're pledging to when you vote. That's who you're counting on to make your life better. You know, Babylon the Great. Demons.
Yeah. It's Psalms 64:2. It says, "Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, man." They meet at their summits. They don't let just anybody in there.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Bohemian Grove with a big ass owl and
Come
shit.
on, just like they staged that invade. President as people going to the White House. They don't. Come on, man. And then they talk about where were the Secret Services at to stop them from invading the White House. They just want you to think that the White House is like anybody else. We like people. We like y'all. We can get in there too. Like,
No,
they don't let that happen, man.
No.
You got snipers and then Kamala Harris with the I think she made a statement about the Trump thing about him getting shot shot at 2 times or what have you. And she said, I think it was her that said this, but said that ain't no way that somebody, Secret Service can see somebody near Trump to, take them out and get that to Trump.
No way.
Where they at, man? How does this happen? And these are the biggest public,
faces out there right now.
Yeah,
it is like
public appearances. You know what I'm saying?
This is the most historical election ever. It's got a woman almost president.
But what are they trying to get the people in to say we're just like you? And they're not. They're rich, they're powerful, and they a confederacy. You know what I'm saying? And they have counsel of the wicked from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. They're the workers of iniquity.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's another scripture about a shooting in secret at the perfect man. That's what the Israelites, saints. So, we told you this is a declaration of war. And it's somewhat an invisible war because it's a spiritual war on our part, But they physically show their guns. They verbally speak, we verbally speak on the highways, but they, where you at?
No, just kind of going into like why I ain't gonna get fixed.
Let me go to this one right quick. Encouraging themselves in an evil manner. You can look that one up right quick. Go back to that one. But we'll get into this Rome. We ain't gonna be too much long on this, but like I mentioned the scripture about Roman Empire,
So Psalms chapter 64, verse 5. And it reads, they encourage themselves in an evil matter.
Mm-hmm. Go before that.
Yep.
Yeah, go. I guess one. You can go.
All right, I'll go to 1. Psalms chapter 64, verse 1. To the chief musician, a psalm of David. Hear my voice, O power, Yahawah, in my prayer.
We're always praying in prayer to the Most High. Bahasham, Yahawashi, in the name of His Son. Go ahead.
Preserve my life from fear of the enemy.
Yeah, because they got all this shit. They got heavy artillery, heavy trickery, heavy witchcraft. They got borders sold up. They got, blueprint of how they're gonna do this thing, depopulation and all that.
One of the elders had a video of a little dog and it was running like 50 miles an hour and shit. It was running fast as hell and it had a turd on it. Like, Jake, there ain't no way we getting out of this without the Lord. They got some shit. Verse 2, like you said, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity.
Yep.
Verse 3, who wet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words.
You can see even bitter words. You know, it's not always physical arrows. It's bitter words.
He's calling us niggers and shit.
Yeah, and the bitter words are
Savages.
putting things into law.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because when you go before these judges, you know, and someone's gonna be brought before the judges, they put into law where they verbally speak against you, and you hear those court statements and court, you know, they almost sound like Chinese, man. They live by a code to where you gotta learn about law. You gotta know about the law and different codes of the law to be savvy against them. You know what I'm saying? Or you just pretty much F, man, fuck. You know, like the law should be simple, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, all these code words and all that secret, you know, things like that. Come on, man. And it's intimidation in the court. They do that in the world too, not only in the court room. They do that in the world. They intimidate you. Go ahead. Even how they build the cities and build, you know, certain things around us. You know, the convenience stores is just filled with junk food and all that for your convenience. They don't care. You don't get the best food, the best water system, the best housing. They don't care about cheap housing and shit. This shit is made out of plywood and, you know, this ain't shit, man. But you know, we thankful for it because the Most High, you know, is preserving us through this.
Yeah.
But you know, if you want to compare it to real royalty on a physical level, this ain't shit. Go ahead.
That they may shoot in secret at the perfect.
Yep, which are the saints. And go ahead.
Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not.
Yeah, and they fear not. All the way to the curve, you go ahead.
Okay. Verse 5, they encourage themselves in an evil manner.
Yeah, they encourage themselves, man. And they test out things, test out missiles, encourage themselves. They test out things on Jake, like even going back to the crack epidemic, and they said, look at how many Negroes fell for that, and how many we took down. They encourage themselves even matter. Even with the Willie Lynch thing, they encourage themselves with that method. That was a whole method of how to keep a Negro a slave.
Yeah, it was saying the Lord won't even let them sleep unless they cause them to fall. They won't even go to sleep.
Yep.
They'll be up trying to make sure Jake went off.
Lest they done mischief. You know? Go ahead. So like why Jake is, even when Jake is up and shit, smoking weed and shit, drinking, thinking about pussy, Esau thinking about taking over another land and shit. You know what I'm saying? Jake is like, he's simple-minded, man. You know? He's like, man, I finally got a job, man. $10 an hour. We ain't knocking Jake's job choice, but that ain't shit to the so-called white man.
Nope.
Millions ain't shit to him. I'm talking about the banking company.
Shit, Amazon Kite billions ain't nothing to them.
Nah.
Ain't shit.
That's what I'm saying. They own the world. You can't tell nobody shit when they own the whole world and shit. Go ahead. And we told you that's why you got politicians playing into the sports, playing into the music, because they control all this shit. I'm talking. I mean, you know, starting with the elites, the small hats, they control everything, but they use politics as an extended hand of to you know, coexist in the public eye to control the masses. You know what I'm saying? Shake hands and have meetings and shit. You know, you have Kanye West talking about he got a meeting with the president and shit. Like, nigga's a rapper, man. You know?
What y'all gonna talk about?
Yeah, and then when he tried to get into that field of talking about St. Laurent's and all that, and, you know, but they ain't Gucci though, they ain't this and that. and he lost money and he got played because he was playing with the big boys now.
Mm-hmm.
And they knocked him down to had him learn that you can't get up here with us, man.
Mm-hmm.
We on a whole new level. I mean, we on a whole level, you know. And he had to learn that. Where is he now? He's unseen, basically. Go ahead.
The communal blame.
Oh, same thing with Monique. She got blackballed because she wanted the big boy money, you know. Like I'm worth more than that. You just a fat black woman comedian that ain't really that funny. You know what I'm saying? So you know, what you gonna do? What's she gonna do? What could she do? She couldn't do shit. Oprah had to tell her to shut up, and Whoopi Goldberg had to say shut up because they rub shoulders with the elites more than them. They kind of like gatekeepers, you know, and they have the same setup in this political world. Mm-hmm. It's all the same carpet, man. It's just on down the carpet line, the red carpet line.
Mm-hmm. It's just the further you get down to Jake on the carpet, the dirtier it is.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it ain't so red no more. It's like orange beige and shit. It's all fucked up. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of muddy, like you said. Wiping their feet on it.
Yeah, you know, they over there spitting on it and shit. Like you still ain't shit.
Yeah. Go ahead.
They commune land snares privately.
They commune, you know. That means coming together. Let me get that word right quick. All right. Commune definition. Says a group of people living together, and sharing possessions and responsibilities. They share possessions with each other, man. They live together in a certain way. You know what I'm saying? From state to state. Mm-hmm. You know, they like I said, all these big businesses, they owned by a corporate body of elite type of men. Yeah. Like Walmart and Costco.
They all have business together.
Yeah, and shit. They all share business together.
G7 summits and shit.
Yeah. So that's why you see Walmart, they'll never go down. Now they'll have Walmart closed. There's a lot of Walmarts that are closed. But that mean, you know, that don't mean nothing. They still but you know, Most High said he's gonna start closing, it for them.
Yeah.
It says the grind shall be low.
So they closing them, even though they got the money like to run them, they closing them because they know that they're not gonna need them, especially with all these AI robots and damn half the people dying off the damn juice box. Mm-hmm. So they say, who shall see them?
And that's how they do. They get rid of some kind of like more base people and put, you know what I'm saying, put some in the place of it, more better, stronger, whatever. Mm-hmm. You know. It says a commune to lay snares, so they could come together collectively to lay snares. You know, stimulus checks is a snare. Reparations is a snare. It's words of snare.
You know, Jake having some type of hope in this place.
Yeah, exactly. Jake don't even know what kind of reparation. What if they say, okay, whatever you want, do it. What kind of reparations you want? They're gonna be like, well, I think if you gave everybody like, you know what I'm saying, like $80,000 like a year and shit, that's a fixed income and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Jake, he know not to step on the boundaries of you know what I'm saying, not to ask too high because he might sound like a fool or something.
But then let's say they take that and they say, yeah, let's do it. They just gonna raise all the taxes, whereas just like you still spending the same amount of money. Mm-hmm. They ain't gonna lose. Yeah. They ain't gonna lose helping you out, Jake. Mm-hmm. They're gonna raise all the taxes like as if shit was 80,000 more times more expensive.
Now what if Jake said, hey, we getting 8,000 a year. Let's put our money together and build a community. They're gonna shoot a pocket nuke at that motherfucker.
Yeah, or they gonna send a hurricane over there.
Yeah, and it's easy, y'all easy target because y'all all in one place.
One place.
Just like that Black Wall Street shit, man.
Mm-hmm. That's why the Lord put us in small sanctuaries. You can't take all these sanctuaries out.
Yeah,
there's too many of them. Yep. And there's more of them popping up every day.
And that sanctuary is basically spiritual, so you don't know what's brewing up with the Most High inside of man, to where it's going to be some Edomites rebel against it. I mean, system.
It's already like that now.
Exactly.
You got their own. They said it's coming more and more like that. They own military, like the ones that are in the military now, is starting to turn on.
Mm-hmm. Let me look up. If you don't know, there was a man named John Brown. I was going to say James Brown. John Brown. And watch what they say about him. John Brown. He looked like a so-called white man. he could have easily been Native American.
Yep. Yep.
And it says he was an abolitionist, which means, agreeing with the abolishment of slavery. It says was an American evangelist who was a prominent leader in American abolitionist movement in the decade preceding the Civil War. First reaching national prominence in 1850 for his radical abolitionism and fighting in bleeding Kansas, Brown was captured, tried, and executed by the Commonwealth of Virginia for raid and incitement of the slave rebellion at Harper's Ferry in 1859. Now, I don't know if they're going to mention because I don't want to read too much, but he was killing slaves that didn't want to rebel. That's how much of a level he was on and shit.
Damn.
If you wasn't down with the rebellion, he'll have other people take your ass out.
And that's that's how it was in Antiochus Epiphanes when Israelites was trying to go bow down to the image.
Mm-hmm.
Judas Maccabees is killing them.
Yeah.
Judas Maccabees is killing them motherfuckers.
That's what I'm saying. You don't know. He might be here. You don't know who he is.
Yeah.
You don't know who these people are. So I'm gonna leave you read a little bit more about him. Believing it was necessary to end slavery after decades of peaceful efforts had failed, Brown said that in working to free the enslaved, he was following Christian ethics, including the Golden Rule, which is, what is the Golden Rule? Was proclaimed by Yahawashi of Nazareth during the Sermon on the Mount and described by him as the second great commandment. Do unto others as you have done to you.
See,
so he was following that tactic.
Yep, and who knows? He could be somebody high in the office right now.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? But what's been done wants to be done again. He could be in there revolting right now.
Yeah.
In some way.
Yep. I'm gonna read a little bit more about him, and then we'll move on. And the Declaration of Independence, which states that all men are created equal. In Esau's case, evil. His concerning him. But you see how people could get, it's easy for people to get passionate about, okay, you said you was gonna do this and you didn't do it, or this country is based on Christian morals, but y'all bombing people. We don't agree with that. See, Most High can rouse up anybody. He can rouse up Edomite. He could have been, but I believe he was a Jacob. I believe he was a Gadai. Brown, he stated that in his view, these two principles meant the same thing. Brown first gained national attention when he led anti-slavery volunteers and his sons during the bleeding Kansas crisis on the late 1850s. The late 1850s, a state-level civil war over whether Kansas would enter the Union as a slave state or a free state. See, some of these dynamics are playing out through this.
Yeah, he was
through these politics.
He was going in.
He was dissatisfied with the abolitionist pacifism, saying of pacifists, these men are all talk. So what we need is action. Look at that. Action, John Brown.
Yeah.
In May 1856, Brown and his sons killed 5 supporters of slavery in the Potawatomi massacre.
He killing his own people.
That's in OK-LA-Homa. Potawatomi.
Yep.
A response to the sacking of Lawrence by pro-slavery forces. Brown, And response to the second launch by pro-slavery forces. Brown then commanded anti-slavery forces at the Battle of Blackjack and the Battle of Atham. And that's another reason I believe he was a Gadite. You did this in Potawatomi and Battle of
yeah, because it's a lot of Gadites out here in Oklahoma that you think, and a lot of them look like other nations a little bit. Some of them look like Edomites, but they got the spirit of Gadites.
So if it's a civil war, which the apostles always mention, which it will be brewing, and that's gonna be inevitable because that's part of Jacob's trouble. All them ones that you think. Some of them ones that you think are so-called white people, they Jake.
Yep.
So Esau he got that to fear too.
There be people that be honking at us that be looking like Edomites all the time. Yep. And they probably don't even know what we doing, but it's just because they got the spirit of an Israelite, and they see that finally somebody standing up to Esau. Because even if you might look like one of the other nations, you still under the curses. You can't escape the curses. Yeah. You going through that shit.
It says, I'll finish it out. He was found guilty of all charges and was hanged on December 2nd, 1859. First person executed for treason against a U.S. Senate. U.S. state.
That's coming up.
Yep. Treason.
Like
that's another
month.
In the history of the United States. Treason, I'm going to get that word. We're going to put up some more scriptures and then treason definition. A crime of betraying one's country, especially by attempting to kill the sovereign or overthrow the government. And that's what civil war is. Faithlessness, sedition. Talks about sedition of men. High treason, rebellion, mutiny, infidelity. Did we get that scripture? Sedition among men. That should be sedition.
We can do that one. Let me go through it.
I bet people, maybe half America, or more than half America, probably not wanting to sleep tonight. People probably called off and shit today. I can't come in. It's the election day. I don't know what's gonna happen out here.
Man.
They talking about a civil war and all that. So
man, I'm finna go down the street, get some blue juices, and sit down. We glad this is happening. We glad to see, the suspense.
And some change and all of it. They say change is better than no change. But it's all orchestrated by the Most High, so we know. Like good hands, we in good hands with all state. We in good hands with the all power, almighty. Go ahead.
This is 2 chapter 15, verse 16. But there shall be sedition among men.
Yeah. Sedition that we just read. Anarchy, betrayal, disloyalty, rebellion, high treason, punic faith, treachery. Go ahead.
And invading one another.
Invading one another, their property, their families, their cities, their states. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they're gonna have borders closed off and everything. But hey, when men don't have cars and bikes, they get to running, man. They gonna take over those, those people at they gonna take over the banks, the prisons, the streets.
And Jake, you got these young Jakes out there. They some monsters for real. Like there was a video of this little young Jake. He was like 13. He had a whole grown ass cop. Had him in a headlock and shit.
Yeah.
Had him in a headlock and threw him on the ground and ran and shit.
Yeah. See, sometimes Jake be kind of holding back, but when it's just all out, like
just life or death,
you gonna see that. You gonna see the strength of Jake. You gonna see that adrenaline.
Jake is gonna be out of here wild.
And Esau hey, bullets don't last for everything. Esau don't got a million bullets, man.
That's why they got to come with the AI.
Yep.
Because they was out here, they got videos of Jake getting tased 2 or 3 times and he ain't even moved. He just standing there still talking to him like, why you got to do that? Like,
Yes.
like some Jakes out here, man.
Yep.
Lord's gonna use them to jack some motherfuckers up, man.
Yep.
You know?
Hey, you might shock Jake and Jake have some kind of little powers in it.
Yeah.
Start floating on your ass. Go ahead.
Yeah. They shall not regard their kings nor princes.
Yeah, who are the kings and princes? The ones that's ruling this world. The ones that are the presidents, the senators, the secretaries, all them people. They got. We talked about the London has fallen. They had that other one. Jamie Foxx played in one that says something take over the White House or something. But it was,
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, White House Down or something like that. White House Down movie. Yeah, it's called. Not the. Yeah, that's not the. But it's another movie called White House Down. Olympus Has Fallen.
Yeah, and then you got 2 movies going into that in the Civil War, which is Leave the World Behind, and the Civil War movie itself.
Yeah, the Civil War movie itself.
Yeah, that came out literally the same day that the last Civil War started, April 12th.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Same day.
Yep. Let me look up the definition of Civil War right quick.
Same day.
Yep. Same day.
They dropped
Civil War definition. And if you watch that movie, it's a crazy movie, man. I mean, I want to watch it again because there was so much happening in that movie.
Yep.
Like they were taking over the streets. You know who to trust. Nobody knew what team was what team.
Yep. The reporters was just with a few bands of people.
Yeah.
You know, they was just out there shooting that shit. They didn't know where to go. They were just doing what they were told to do.
Yep. Civil war is a violent conflict between organized groups within a country, where the groups are fighting to control the government. There go. Gain independence or change government policies. The term comes from the Latin bellum silva. Silva. I'm saying that right. Silva, which was used to describe the civil wars of Roman Republic in the 1st century BC.
Mm-hmm. See?
You know what I'm saying?
The same shit happening all over again. And they said, you already got some senators who are saying, if Kamala Harris win, they gonna go to civil war on this bitch. They're saying that shit on the podiums and shit.
Yep. And you saw what happened in Texas too.
Yep. They talking about it's a close match right now.
That's what happened during the time of Nero, when he blamed the Jews. It was a civil war. You know, that's what happened during the time of the Maccabees in the Greek Empire. It was always a civil war. They noticed. That's why they got the robot dog, like you said. The lasers and all that.
They got all that shit ready.
Yep.
They already boarding shit up over there in Washington, D.C. All the businesses down there. They boarding all that shit up.
Yep.
It just says, the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Called for the last couple of days too.
It's just cinnamon stick on you, you know.
Oh God.
But we'll get 2 more scriptures. We'll get that one you was talking about.
Yep. This is Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 9. Go back to it.
See if we need to go. And there's a lot of information about Babylon and Jeremiah.
Yeah, they just going in on Babylon. Yeah. That's why they were, the prophets in that time was thinking like, it was talking about the old Rome. It was like, this place got to be through. And wait a couple thousand more years. Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 9, it reads, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her.
Forsake her.
And let us go everyone into his
started
8.
Started 6, 5.
Come. So Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 5. For Israel have not been forsaken. For Judah nor Judah of his power.
Yeah, we're not forsaken, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Of the Lord of hosts.
Which is Lord of armies. Go ahead.
Though their land was filled with sin against the Holy One of Israel.
Yeah, and it's full of sin with them devils over there too. That don't mean the Most High forgot about us and out, not dealing with us anymore. He's dealing with the elect few, which is the elect. Holy One of Israel, which is Yahawah, his son Yahawashi. Go ahead.
Verse 6, flee out of the midst of Babylon.
Yeah. Flee out of the midst of Babylon. Go ahead.
It's really saying spiritually, because we're supposed to stay here, until he comes and get us.
And that flight, what it said, Most High gonna deliver us as birds flying. Flight. Flee is from that word flight, which is from that. We're gonna flee out of here through in the chariots too.
Yep.
Most High will.
Yep.
Go ahead.
And deliver every man his soul.
Yep. So what said every man his soul? Is it talking about everybody? It just talked about Israel being delivered. That the Most High still have not forsaken Israel. It didn't talk about every man on earth, every nation.
Yeah. And even in the men that it is talking about, delivering is, it said it's gonna be few men left in second Ezra. So it ain't gonna be a lot of us left. It said another man gonna desire to hear another man's voice. That's talking about a man of the Lord.
Yeah. And another man should desire to go into a city and not be able to.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Be not cut off in her iniquity.
Yeah.
For this is the time of the Lord's vengeance.
Yeah, this is what the Most High is. This is his time that he's about to judge this place.
Yeah.
And man, under his righteous order. Go ahead.
He will render unto her a recompense.
Yeah. Her is that Babylon, that America. Go ahead.
Verse 7, Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand.
Yeah. Rich delicacies of, wine and, her setup, her whole setup, man, the whole system. Living on the backs of people. Prospering off the labor of people. Go ahead.
That made all the earth drunken.
Drunken with wine, with her wine, philosophies, her ideas, her strategies,
her
inventions.
Yeah, like you said earlier.
Yeah, her boastful talk, her promises, her, we'll get that. Because, go ahead.
The nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore the nations are mad.
Yeah, go ahead.
Verse 8, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her? Take balm for her pain, if so she may be healed. Yeah. Verse 9, she would have been healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Yep. Forsake her, and let us go everyone into his own country. For her judgment reacheth unto heaven.
Yeah. Go ahead.
And it's lifted up even to the skies.
Yeah.
That's why they're all leaving here, because they're making more money in their own lands, because America keeps fucking them over.
Yeah, keep going on.
Verse 10. The Lord have brought forth our righteousness.
Yeah.
Come, let us declare in Zion the work of the Lord our power, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi.
Man, go ahead. And that lets you know the Most High is for Zion. Declaring our righteousness. Go ahead.
Verse 11, make bright the arrows.
Yep.
Gather the shields.
Yep.
The Lord have raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes.
Yep.
Russians.
Yeah, Russia, go ahead.
For this device is against Babylon.
Against America, go ahead.
To destroy it.
That's what they're talking now. They're talking about destroying America. Go ahead.
Because it is the vengeance of the Lord.
Vengeance of the Lord. World War III, go ahead.
The vengeance of his temple.
Yep, go ahead.
Verse 12, set up the standard upon the walls of Babylon.
Yep.
Make the watch strong.
And they're watching every day. Go ahead.
Set up the watchmen.
Go ahead.
Prepare the ambushes.
It's war, go ahead.
For the Lord have both devised and done that which he spake against the inhabitants of Babylon.
Yeah. So that's what's going on, man. We're staring up the spirit of the Medes to come against this place.
Yeah.
You know?
Or y'all voting on election day.
Yep. And no man can stop it because it's prophecy.
Ain't no votes, ain't no vows to your gods gonna save you this time.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna get destroyed.
Yep.
It's the last, Lord willing, this is the last presidency we have to see in this shithole.
Yep. Fearing for what's coming up on the earth. Fearing for what's coming up on the earth, King James Version.
Yeah, I think it's Luke 21, 25.
21, 20, yep, 26.
I'm close.
Well, you can go to 20. See what it says before that. Yeah. There shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars on the earth, distress of nations. That's going on with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring. Men's hearts failing them for what? For fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth. Yeah, man. Because what it most I say, man is like grasshoppers, man. Like all flesh is grass. Like when you look up, you know, it's majestic, man. It's power. You know, and the Most High said He's gonna sit in the heavens and laugh. He's looking down at men like, yeah, y'all think y'all proud and shit. Like, how can the ashes be proud, man? Y'all just flesh. Y'all just earthly, man. You know, so man is gonna. What they say, their hearts should be made like into a woman.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yep.
So
they're gonna be weaker vessels. They're gonna be helpless.
All the mighty men should be brought low and all that.
Yep.
And so they know that, and that's why they're trying to armor themselves with all this physicality and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to armor themselves with robots and robo dogs and all that.
Mm-hmm. They
know that flesh they ain't gonna get it.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
No, because Bill Gates, he said he was in his documentary on Netflix. He was saying they hope that AI keep reinventing itself.
Mm-hmm.
They want AI to get smarter than them.
Yeah.
So they can have something to go against the Most High because they know they ain't gonna be able to do it. Yep. Okay, that's why they want that shit to fucking damn near gain an intelligence of its own. Yep. So they think it's gonna overpower the Most High, and they know it's not. They know in the back of their mind it's not. That's why they ass is going in them bunkers. Yep. They know it's not.
They said, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken, man. Yeah. There's such thing as heavens on earth, man. Mm-hmm. Glory of man. Mm-hmm. All that they look for.
Mm-hmm. This is like the first level of heaven. Mm-hmm. The Lord's footstool.
Yeah.
You know?
It says, and then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. Yeah. They're gonna really fear. That's why that's most likely gonna give them a heart to fight, try to fight. And they're gonna lose horribly.
Gonna harden their heart, just like he did the old Pharaoh.
Why you think, why you think they got $1 billion put in this NASA program and shit? And for UFO research, because they scared as hell. Mm-hmm. They know the Son of Man is supposed to return.
So they watch
chariots.
Yeah. They watch it.
Yeah.
And they have no idea. It could be the whole damn chariot already over the earth right now. And it just appeared.
Yep.
Out of nowhere.
They materialize, dematerialize.
You know, it could be something like that. Every time I ride through town, I see the Big Dipper and the Little Dipper every night. They don't even move. We don't know what's in the sky. You know, all we know is what he wants us to see. But we know this. They did say they seen a 20-mile long chariot over there in Arizona. That's what they was talking about. That might just been, a regular chariot. I have no idea how big Yahawashi chariot gonna be. So big, that thing gonna cover the whole earth, man.
It says, and then shall they, and when they see these, and when these things begin to come to pass, then look up, lift up their head, for your redemption draweth nigh, man. Yeah, that's why we look up. That's why we talk about chariots, the camps, brothers be in. They look up and they've seen chariots, man. They witnessed the signs of heaven. You know? And it means a lot. That's faith boosters too. Because that's the only way we're getting out of this place, man. This place is going to become Sodom and Gomorrah, and they're going to sign more bills into law regarding sodomy,
Yep.
and debauchery and all this. Watch how they change this shit.
Yep. It's gonna get wicked.
Yeah, it's gonna get wicked
More than it already is.
And it's funny. This is between the most evil holidays, which is Halloween and Christmas. You know, because that's a whole bogus lie, blasphemy, that Christmas bullshit.
And Thanksgiving is just as wicked.
Yeah.
a
line of wicked holidays.
Yeah, but what they did to the Gadites, they already got it up there at work talking about some come together and let's feast and talk about what we gonna bring. I ain't bringing shit. I'm not coming.
Yeah.
You know what y'all talking about?
You know. So we're about to close out, man. Wonderful brothers on the comment board.
They don't want me. They don't want me to come there. I'll bring scriptures. You heard me?
Yeah.
Like y'all gonna get destroyed.
So they have one on the comment board, accountability spirit. Thessalonians 5:3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape yet.
Yep.
See how Most High does everything and said everything parabolic to where you can still understand. When a woman's water break, that baby's coming out. And it can happen at any time. She don't know the exact time when. She knows she's pregnant. She knows the baby is coming, but she don't know the exact time. It could be when she's walking across the street to the store, when she's going to a job, you know what I'm saying, walking around the house, or going to a mother's house or something like that. And water can break at any time. So civil war can break out at any time, man.
Yep.
You know, especially following this election, man. You know, so we didn't mention, you know, we could, you know, we'll do that in a later time, mention about the beast and, you know, spoke as a lamb, but, you know.
We go into it all the time.
Yeah,
all the time.
And,
you know, and we love talking about it because
we love that the Most High woke us up.
Yeah, you know,
because this Bible, it's undeniable, man. Especially with what been you know, revealed to us, you know, through the Holy Spirit, you know, with apostles, elders, and bishops, that this book was on the shelf for a long time, and nobody, you know what I'm saying? Nobody was saying anything. Yeah, nobody was saying anything. They couldn't see it. And then you be like, it's some great levels of parabolic and parallels that's going on today that's in this Bible, man.
And nobody opened the seals thereof, but Yahawashi, he came and did it through his men and allowed greater works to be done through us.
Yep.
You know, for his purpose.
Yep.
And that's an honor to be able to get to do that. You know, you know, that's why we be like, Jay, shoot, you gonna have to ask us to do no videos. We own it.
Yeah. He's the spirit. I was shot the spirit of prophecy, and destroying wind is coming.
Yeah.
To this place, and you know, this is still the hopefully year Jacob trouble. It ain't over yet, and it ain't never over yet till the Most High call us on. But that's still in effect. That prophecy is still in effect. You know,
I got like a Lord willing, I could go into the little small testimony I just had with that strong wind. Yeah. I just went through my second tornado in the last, you know, 2 years.
Yeah, and they should know what the ultimate destroying wind is.
You know, yeah.
Nuclear, you know.
Yeah, destruction. I was just saying, you know, just going into like, you know, just like how he helps us through, you know, those times when there is danger. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you know, but that's what we hoping in that time. when the missiles come, that true strong wind, you know, we get removed from it. There ain't nobody making that shit. We gotta get removed.
And we didn't even go into, you know, as a man, the time it was gonna be like a man from lion into a bear, into a house and lean up on the wall and serpent bit on apparitions. You got the I can't even say it. Waves roaring. Leviathan could be moving around down there. Who knows? But a lot of shit is being shaken up, man. Like something's happening with a, you know. I mean, we know that, like, there's definitely spirits, you know, being roused up, and the level of power and energy in this place is taking another toll, man.
Yeah, it's a lot of people over here in Oklahoma right now with their lights out.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah.
Just on election day. You know, they're starting to, you know, have that sense of something ain't right.
Yeah.
Just like you said, when you drove past all them people, all them the streets were shut down because Lord went there and tore all that shit up.
Yep. And now people are starting to understand that, man, we are living in biblical times. But stuff keep happening. You know how things used to go away, and now it's just
back to back.
And they said another tornado is coming. Another hurricane is brewing up.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You know, I looked at them, man, even on screen, even on YouTube, you look at that the vastness of the ocean and shit. You know how powerful that is? You know, like, man, that's the Most High, man. That's why you gotta fear him.
Yep.
Because they said most of this is water that surrounded us. It could easily be taken over by water.
Yep, easily. But he's not going to do that.
Most High said even like the sand, the water has its boundary with the sand. You know, Most High put boundaries on things like Esau. He put a boundary on Esau that he can't go past his rule. Yeah.
You know, and he made sure, he said, I'm going to make sure all the sand stop. So this place will be Babylon, so I can measure it carefully and set it on fire. That's what he's about to do.
It's rightness. It talks about that revelation about this place being right. Yeah. So, man, it's going to probably happen tonight. It's probably going to happen like it did last year, early in the morning. It's 1 o'clock now. So, shit. Fool around another 40 minutes, they'd be like, this so-and-so's the president or whatever. But, hey, if Kamala's the president, I might call off. I just might call off. That's probably a good excuse for a lot of them people. But anyway, man, hopefully it was edifying, man. And for those that tuned in, the report, all the brothers, producers that might have watched, man, whatever goes down, bros, y'all stay safe. And, stay up and stay believing. Keep that faith, keep fighting. Believe in Yahawah to the end. You know? So we're going to once again give all praise to Yahawah.
Bahasham, Yahawashi, Qadash.
Y'all brought that with Shai
Y'all, Salaki, my phone died. But, you know, Shalom, y'all. Shalom.